Okay, let's see how the smith reach makes the blacksmithing very, very simple. So usually the problem is that items what we craft need materials, and we have to always check what we need. So we are going back and forth with the inventory and the forge, because we have to see what materials we need for the certain item. So here is our stash and it's now empty. So I will go my materials here. I filled my stash with some random materials. And now the mod has here two paths how it works. So the one is if player opens or starts to blacksmith something, and then he decides to cancel it. And other one is then going through with the actual crafting. So let's see first the canceling part. So now if we check our inventory, we don't have any crafting materials because we just put them in the stash. So now that I open the blacksmithing, we can
go for something to eat now.
We can see here that when I opened the blacksmithing, it sees in the stash that we have materials there, and it has cloned those materials to our inventory. So now we can see we have here all the stuff we put to the stash. And now that I cancelled it, when I move away from the forge, now it's closed. So we can see here, now it noticed that, okay, we left, and it noticed that we have 9 materials which were left over, meaning those were the materials which were taken from the stash when we started blacksmithing, and now that we cancelled it, now they went back there. So
A bit longer without food and I'll really start to be grumpy.
we can go back to the stash and see that our materials are there. So it automatically transfers those materials when you start blacksmithing your stuff. So that was the first part. And second part is when we actually craft item. So in same way we start blacksmithing, we can see the materials are now also transferred, and we can pick now start crafting an item. We can see there that it's starting to monitor our progress. Basically what it does, it just waits. Waits for the new item to the inventory. And then we will hit some iron. All right, we are done. We can see we are still waiting for the item. And now when we close this pop-up window, we can see on the left side that we parted with some iron,
Excuse me?
which means that they were leftovers from our fetched materials from the stash, and they were put back to our stash. So there they are. So that's how it works.
I feel quite hungry.